Hello everyone. Today we are going to study Module 3 Hydrogen Energy, and which is the last module of the syllabus. The objectives of this module are hydrogen fuel, importance of hydrogen as a future fuel, sources of hydrogen, fuel of vehicles, then hydrogen production by various methods, direct electrolysis of water, direct thermal decomposition of water, biological and biochemical methods of hydrogen production, then hydrogen storage, gaseous, cryogenic and metal hydride utilization of hydrogen, and lastly principal construction and application of hydrogen. We know that hydrogen atom is composed of one proton and one electron, making lightest element in the universe. It is also most abundant element in the universe. Hydrogen is not an energy source. It is an energy carrier like electricity. On Earth, hydrogen is found combined with other elements. For example, in water, hydrogen is combined with oxygen. In fossil fuels and many organic compounds, it is combined with carbon as in petroleum, natural gas or biomass. Hydrogen energy is considered to be the biggest potential as a solution to our energy problems because of high energy conversion efficiency is a renewable source. Then some features of hydrogen. Hydrogen energy is widely considered as a secondary energy alternative. In Greek, hydrogen means water former. Hydrogen is a chemical element with symbol H and atomic number 1. It has standard atomic weight of 1.008 and is the lightest element, so rises in the atmosphere. Hydrogen is a first element on periodic table. Its monoatomic form is the most abundant chemical substance in the universe. It can be stored for long periods of time and can be easily transported. The most isotope of hydrogen, that is a protium, has one proton and no neutrons. This figure shows the properties of hydrogen such as atomic number of hydrogen, atomic weight, its symbol, electron configuration, name, its physical state, crystal structure, etc. At a standard temperature and pressure, hydrogen is a colorless, odorless, tasteless, non-toxic, non-metallic, then highly combustible diatomic gas with a molecular formula H2. Then it is highly flammable. It will burn in air or hydrogen fuel and is a zero emission fuel when burned with oxygen at very wide range of concentrations between 4% and 75% by volume. It uses electrochemical cells to power vehicles and electric devices in propulsion of spacecraft, in vehicles and aircraft. Hydrogen fuel can provide power for liquid propellant rockets, cars, boats, airplanes, etc. The portable fuel cell can power an electric motor, but the problem of hydrogen fuel in car arises the fact that it is difficult to store in a high pressure tank or cryogenic tank. It can be used in houses and in many more applications. The tank used to store cryogenic tanks are used to store material at a very low temperature. So liquid oxygen or hydrogen, it can be used in fuel cell to generate power using chemical reaction rather than combustion and produces only water and heat as a byproduct. In a flame of pure hydrogen gas burning in air, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water and it releases energy. Means H2 plus O2 or 2H2 plus O2 gives 2H2O and energy. Then importance of hydrogen as a future fuel. There are five reasons why hydrogen as a future fuel. First one is the zero emission on roads. Fuel cell vehicles which use hydrogen gas to power an electric motor which emit only heat and water as byproduct. Heavily dependent on fossil fuels for energy, their transportation sectors contributes to a staggering 20% of CO2 emission globally. Hydrogen powered vehicles could be the answer to this problem, as fuel cell vehicles which are hydrogen gas to power and electric motor emit only heat and water as a byproduct. Hydrogen powered vehicles will be the future of transportation in the world. This technology can play a significant role in decarbonizing, which uses an innovative hydrogen to produce a low carbon emission. Then a longer driving range with a relatively short refueling time. Vehicles with hydrogen fuel cells also travel for longer on lesser energy. In China, hydrogen powered buses can drive beyond 500 km on a full tank of hydrogen. This technology is entirely emission free. Then third importance is decarbonizing industrial sectors. The petrochemical and chemical sector, which produces up to 1.25 gross tonnage of carbon emission, is turning to electrolytic hydrogen as a substitute for fossil fuels. Due to large amount of fossil fuels used, steel making and chemical production industries have long been regarded as emissions heavy sectors, but hydrogen power technology is slow changing these things. A steel making factory in Hamburg uses an innovative hydrogen based process to produce steel with low carbon emissions. In Sweden, steel production firm is developing world fossil free hydrogen powered steel plant that aims to use biofuels to produce iron ore pellets. As more industries include hydrogen energy, the cost of producing it from renewable energy would become more affordable. Then the fourth one is easy to store and easy to use. It is a one key benefit of hydrogen as it can be stored, shipped and used. In United Kingdom, technological giant Siemens has launched the world first energy storage demonstrator which can store and transport carbon fuel safely and effectively. Energy companies are constantly finding effective ways to store and harness the potential of hydrogen. Hydrogen fuel is so versatile that in Japan, a research team designed and created hydrogen capsules that allows consumer to store hydrogen batteries in their pockets and use them for day-to-day activities. And last one is successful use in space travel. Hydrogen is used in NASA as a rocket propellant and fuel cell unit to operate auxiliary power unit in space. American industrial designer launched the series of hydrogen fuel cell propulsion cars that revolutionized the motor industries. The most memorable use of hydrogen has to be the Apollo moon landing missions in 1967, when NASA used 363 feet tall walls fueled by liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen and kerosene to power its rockets. Named the Saturn V rockets, they were considered to be the most powerful rockets ever built. So due to this reason, hydrogen can be used as a fuel. Then sources of hydrogen. Using hydrogen to power our vehicles is an opportunity for a clean future, as we continue the hydrogen. The US produces about 9 million tons of hydrogen per year. Ideally, the amount of hydrogen power in our everyday life will be delivered by electrolyzing water with electricity from mostly renewables like solar, wind and biomass. Today, hydrogen that powers our fuel cell vehicles come from these sources as well as fossil fuels. The producers of hydrogen today derive hydrogen from petroleum, natural gas, coal and biomass also. Through chemical processing, hydrogen atoms are separated from those fuel stocks mostly by way of steam reforming. Then the hydrogen is captured and compressed as a gas and stored in tanks. Then sources of fuel. Hydrogen can be produced from diverse domestic resources. Currently, most hydrogen is produced from fossil fuels and specifically from natural gas, electricity from the grid or from renewable sources such as wind, solar, geothermal or biomass. In the longer term, solar energy and biomass can be used more directly to generate hydrogen. Natural gas and other fossil fuels. Fossil fuels can be reformed to release the hydrogen from their hydrocarbon molecules and are source of most of the hydrogen. These processes with utilization and storage will reduce the carbon dioxide emissions, and natural gas reforming is an advanced and mature hydrogen production process that builds upon the existing natural gas infrastructure. Then solar means we can obtain hydrogen from solar also. Sunlight can directly or indirectly provide the energy to produce hydrogen. This resource is abundant, but it is diffuse and only available for a portion of the day. Biomass is also a renewable resource that can be produced domestically, it can be converted to hydrogen and other byproducts through a number of methods. Because growing biomass removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and the net carbon emissions of these methods can be low. Then we know that wind is a fluctuable resource or variable for generating electricity. Wind generated electricity can power water electrolysis to produce hydrogen, which could be used to fuel vehicles or stored and then used in fuel cells to generate electricity during times of the day when the wind resource is low. Renewable and grid electricity. Electricity can be used to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. This technology is well developed and available commercially and systems that can efficiently use renewable power such as wind, geothermal or solar. Then disadvantages of hydrogen, as hydrogen burns readily when mixed with air, therefore it causes safety problems, and it cannot be stored easily in liquid form due to requirements of very low temperature. Then hydrogen storage and transportation. It is difficult to store hydrogen because hydrogen is very hard to move around, as it has lower density than gasoline. It must be stored and transported under high pressure. It is expensive. It takes a lot of time to separate the elements from others. Electrolysis and steam reforming, main processes of hydrogen extraction, are extremely expensive. It is not safety source because it is a highly flammable and volatile substance, lacks smell, which makes any leak detection almost impossible. So to detect leaks, one must install sensors. It depends on fossil fuels. Hydrogen energy is renewable, but its separation from oxygen requires other non-renewable sources such as coal, oil, and natural gas. Thank you.